It's March. My garden is waiting for the warm season when I'll clean out the old and plant this year's flowers and vegetables. It's usually raining this time of year, but the recent dry weather makes me impatient for the spring. I do have the fun of looking over seed catalogs and ordering seeds to hold me over though. Let's see what just arrived. It's that time of year again when gardeners get really excited about the season to come. I'm doing this now because I need to plant this week for my tomatoes to take a really long time. I recently compiled my list of the tomatoes and peppers and other things that I want to grow this year. Consulted my gardening log so I know what went well last year, what I need to do differently this year. After a lot of trial and error, I have certain varieties that I always plant. So I had to check my box to see what I was running low on so I could order more of those. My sister and I consulted and we compiled a list of the things she wants to try new this year, and I found a few things that I want to try new this year because we always like to have at least one experimental crop, but we did more than that. We also have some really interesting ideas that I want to explore that are experimenting with some new techniques. I'll talk about that more in future videos. So we'll see what works, what doesn't, what I have time for. Things have been a little difficult here on the homestead. A lot of a personal loss for our family. We recently lost 2 of our homestead cats, and so that has kind of made things hard for us because we had 3 cats. We love them very much. You've seen a lot of video of them if you stayed on to the end screen. And one was diabetic for 9 years and we lost him, and then we didn't realize how closely bonded he and his sister were, so we lost her shortly thereafter. We're hoping to get some new kittens. We'll see how that goes. We're starting to get back on our feet and moving forward. And when things are difficult, and things are difficult in the world and personally right now, one of the really wonderful things about homesteading, one of the wonderful things about gardening is it's very life affirming. It's very exciting this time of year because we get to plan what we're going to grow. We know that we're going to get tomatoes and peppers and whatever other exciting things we want to try. So that's, even in the face of sadness and stress, we have something to really look forward to. If you want to know more about my planning process and the starting of seedlings, there are other videos on the channel. I'll link to those in the description. But for today's project is opening up the seed packets that I got, because I did all my ordering after consulting my lists. And now let's see what we got, because there's some free seeds in there, and just to show you what new stuff I got this year. Okay. Okay, I'm all in favor of recyclable, but I need to really get my stuff out. Okay. So this is, these are for my sister. Eats and some pepper she liked. I'll share lists of both the new stuff as well as the varieties we usually grow shortly. And what do we have here? We have cucumbers, early growth, a staple of my tomato, and more of the salads. Last year, these ones didn't grow particularly great, but it was such a strange year for tomatoes. I wanted to give them another try. It was developed at Oregon State University, so I always like growing tomatoes that were developed locally. Sometimes we need scissors. Okay, so cucumbers. I didn't actually end up planting cucumbers last year, but I'm very excited to grow cucumbers this year, as evidenced by 2 varieties of tomatoes. Let's see, another variety of pepperoncini. we're experimenting with pickling those. Let's see. We got... these are... I cannot pronounce them. They're a variety developed in Eastern Europe that make these lovely yellow bells. And some new blue lakes. I save my seeds every year of my green beans, but Jen was concerned about the vigor of the seeds that she's been saving, so we decided to start over with some fresh seeds and see what happens. Let's see. Another bucket. I end up ordering from several seed companies because there's always something some varieties and things that I'm really excited about. There's ones that Jen's really excited about, and we do price comparison, but mostly it's just different companies grow different kinds of seeds and different varieties. So supporting these small growers means sometimes you order for more than one, but they have really affordable shipping rates and super customer service. So I've always been really happy with these folks. Okay, let's see, beets. Jen's kind of excited about growing beets this year. They have lovely greens, and you can eat the bulb. I tend to think most beets taste kind of like dirt, but I think that's kind of like that cilantro thing where some people think it tastes like soap, or I have a friend who thinks it tastes like something else. I don't remember what, but other people really enjoy beets. So I'm growing some golden beets. I think that might be better. They're a sweeter variety, and we'll see what happens. Let's see, Sandy Am. This is a new variety. They're a determinate short bush tomato. Again, developed at Oregon State. So those will be my experiments this year. And then in my final packet, I think the big one. Because they had the most of the varieties that we wanted to grow. So, we have Pink Fang tomatoes. Indeterminate regular leaf, a fantastically meaty and sweet paste tomato for making superb sauces or fresh eating. 6-inch long fruit have very few seeds and dry flesh. Try making this variety into paste or marinara. You won't be disappointed. That one I'm kind of excited about because I'm always trying new paste tomatoes because we have a lot of problems with blossom end rot. Probably because our springs are very wet, and blossom end rot, as I understand it, is a product of not so much that you need to lime your soil or the traditional things, but you have a problem with the uptake of the calcium that is in your soil. So it's a watering issue, not a disease issue. So I was trying new ones because they have long growing season, and we have a relatively short one, especially at my elevation. And you end up with a bush full of green tomatoes at the end of the season, and not a lot of them get ripe during the year. So disease resistance, growing period, and just what does well in our climate. So these should be really interesting to try. Let's ask Jen if she wants to try some of those. Jimmy Naradello Italian, that's a Jen experiment. California Wonder. And she's trying some really cool melons. Apricot Zebra. That should be an interesting tomato. More cucumbers. Oh, here's another. I don't know what these are. These are a pepper. A tiny yellow Brazilian pepper. Tangy and sweet with just a hint of heat. And apparently they are incredibly prolific. It says they'll do up to 100 little peppers. And they grow up to 24 inches. So very compact. Really preferred pickled. Green and fresh, but I really prefer pickled in vinegar. Oh, Scott's going to love those. They're kind of like the pepperoncinis. That's exciting. Dragon egg. It looks like this is the year of the cucumber for my sister and me. Let's see, Serrano. That's a standard. Oh, and I got some pretties. So petunias were something I grew last year that I hadn't grown before. And they were wonderful. I really loved having my own from seed petunias. And my mother-in-law adores petunias. So I got a new variety. They're lacy. Those are going to be fun. King of the North, that's a standard. Mortgage Lifter Tomato, standard. Gold Medal, this is one of Jen's experiments. These look really cool. Ananas Noir, another experimental tomato. And then your standard beefsteak. I'm doing something different this year. I want some rhubarb. I have not had rhubarb since I moved here a decade ago. And everybody's so busy that My dad has some, and he's been meaning to dig me up some that hasn't worked out. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get some seed. I've never done it before. I've always done it with live plants. So let's find out how this works. I won't be able to use these this year. They're like foxglove. They're biennial. Well, I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, it takes 2 years.
These are all of the seeds I have just unpacked. I've compiled a list that will be linked in the description if you're interested in seeing what we grow here and what our experimental seeds are this season. These varieties work well in our part of Oregon. I'm zone 8A, Jen is zone 8B. Jen wanted to try these new sweet peppers. These are different varieties of old standby peppers. These are replacement and restock of standard peppers. And these are the other 2 bells from my seed box. And now for the hot peppers from my collection. These are my experiments in developing my own purple jalapenos. Long story short, I can't buy them from my usual seed companies, and they are hybrid varieties, so it is going to take time to get the consistent plant, flower, and fruit colors I want. Each year I say seed from the plant that best conforms to that goal. Because they are a hybrid, they have a lot of genetic variety, so it will take an unknown number of seasons to get there. It's a fun experiment. We also sometimes grow the specialty heatless varieties of habanero and jalapeno chilies. We needed to restock most of our tomato seeds for this year. We grow an interesting mix of tomatoes, including a bunch of colors different from the standard red. Here's Jen's experimental tomatoes for this season. The apricot zebra are small to regular size, while the other 2 are enormous slicers. This should be interesting to see how they do in taste. These are 2 of my paste tomatoes. They take a little longer than my other tomatoes, so I planted them a couple weeks earlier to give them a head start. These staple tomatoes are the most important restock seeds. With local names, it's obvious these are my OSU-developed tomato experiments for this year. The Santiam is brand new, but last year my tomato results were atypical, so I want to give the others another season to see how they perform. As mentioned earlier, this is the Euro cucumbers. I'm using 2 proven varieties, while Jen is trying 2 new kinds. And finally, we have the other new plants we want to try, plus a fresh batch of pole beans. Oh, and I don't want to forget the exciting free seeds we get to try out.
Anyway, this is my opening of my seed packets and seeing what freebies I got this year and the exciting new things that Jen's trying and I'm trying this year. Thanks for being on the journey with me, and I look forward to updating you as the season goes on.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, be curious, keep an open mind, and never stop learning.